NUMSA notes with grave concern that the United States has already bombed parts of Nigeria. Punitive tariffs and economic sanctions have been imposed on South Africa. Threats of AGOA termination and economic coercion are being weaponized. False narratives, including allegation of white genocide in South Africa, are being used to justify US aggression against South Africa. We are very mindful that African minerals wealth makes the continent particularly vulnerable to this renewed US imperialist posture. Solidarity with the people of Venezuela, the US working class. NUMSA affirms solidarity with the Venezuelan working class, their elected institution and their right to self-determination. Solidarity with working class people in the United States facing repression, racialized policing, brutal attacks on immigrants and attack on civil liberties. We categorically state that our struggle is against imperialism in general and US imperialism as led by President Donald Trump in particular. We are not against the people of the United States, especially the working class of the United States. NUMSA demands hereby formally demands the following from US government and concerned bodies mentioned in these demands. The immediate and unconditional release of President Nicolas Maduro and Comrade Celia Flores and their safe return to Venezuela. The immediate withdrawal of all US military forces, US spies from Venezuelan territory, airspace and waters. The termination of all economic blockades and sanctions against Venezuela and Cuba, including interference with its oil and mineral resources, and the US economic blockade of Cuba, and end to US control of administration of Venezuelan natural resources and the state institution. That the United Nations Security Council to act decisively to uphold the UN Charter and hold the United States accountable for violation of international law, and that the US must comply with the UN. That the United Nations initiate appropriate legal process against all who participate and are responsible for invasion and kidnapping of President Nicolas Maduro and Comrade Celia Flores. That the African Union urgently convene to coordinate a united African response against renewed imperialist aggression. That BRICS convene urgently to formulate collective diplomatic, political and economic opposition to US imperialist aggression. That the government of South Africa must continue to demand the release of Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro and Comrade Celia Flores in all international fora, and that the US must stop intimidating South Africa. That all international sporting and cultural bodies reconsider engagement with the United States while it openly violates international law and human rights. To this end, we demand that FIFA cancel all World Cup matches in the United States this year.